What is up, everybody? It's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming, and it's time to get on board the sword. That's right, level 19 story for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 is finally here. We get a trophy achievement called Buy a Horse's Hair. We fall short of that stud requirement, so we only get that 1 gold brick, but we're going to pick up right where we left off with a cutscene.
It's strange. Just rest now.
I'll attend contact with Nova Corps. Tell them to be ready when the Citadel shield drops.
If the shield drops.
This is it, people. Time to give Kang his fight.
You were like the cutest thing ever. Could I maybe write you into my fanfic?
I am Groot.
I'm going to take that as a yes. Thanks.
You were saying?
Cosmo has diverted most of Nowhere's primary energy through a series of sub-relay stations. When you get up there, reinstate the main singularity cell. The resulting Faraday effect will create a distortion field via the quantum emitter. Any questions? Oh, you know what? Just leave it to Stark.
Where's Tony? Are we prepped? Oh man, I can't wait to meet a talking dog.
Okay, guys. You both ready?
Nice suit!
Thanks. I modified the main...
Sorry, Shiny Man. In rush.
You okay?
Ow. Let's just go prime the giant skull in the sky and face the cataclysmal forces of Kang outside.
Yeesh. That thing's a lot uglier than I remember.
Well, it's a big floating skull. It was never gonna be winning any beauty pageants.
Hurry up, you guys! I want to meet the talking dog!
Please to be hurrying to Cosmos so that show can be placed on the road.
Alright, as we head to our next mission, which is up in the sky, make sure you click that subscribe button if you have not already. That's right, we're on the road to 100K, and you can help make our day by clicking that subscribe button and clicking that notifications bell as well to go ahead and be notified on your device or I guess a platform of choice. But we are taken to the skies with Star-Lord to go ahead and get up to this weird brain-looking thing here. And basically we just got to follow to that purple centerpiece there. I got a little excited and dropped down on the ground, but it turns out I have to actually go all the way up inside.
Welcome, comrades. Space-time continuum has been a bumpy ride. Critical equipment for operation slightly damaged on journey. Please to be excusing mess.
Slightly?
Yeah, I'm totally with Star-Lord. Slightly. I would hate to see what severe damage looked like, but hey, quick shout out to Warner Brothers for hooking us up with this copy of LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Basically, you guys know the drill. Bing, bang, boom. Got to destroy all the stuff in the room. And then, of course, we should have something we can build up. Now, I was kind of checking my boundaries here, wondering, okay, what's in this room here? But it takes us right outside. That's a weird-looking ship here, right? I mean, that doorway there is kind of open. I would think it'd be a little breezy, but I guess I don't have to worry about it as I'm not a passenger on board. So, hey, on the far left side of the pile of debris, we're going to find our first important factor here. We're going to build it up into a grapple plug. And look at this. We got Spider-Man to go ahead and rip it down. Next, we got a gravity booster. We'll go ahead and build up and switch back to Star-Lord and toss one on there. And it's going to go ahead and move most of the stuff out of the way for us, which is nice. Next, we got some blue glowing bricks in need of repair, so we'll switch to Iron Man. And look at that, we'll go ahead and follow the little mini game here. Like I said, I've always liked the spam method, but this is a little bit more intuitive. You actually have to pay attention to what you're doing and actually complete some little puzzles there. But look at that, the halo's aglow, so off we go. Go ahead and continue the story and jump into the next cutscene. What you got for us, Jonah?
I've got good news for you. The plan to bring in Nowhere from who knows where was successful. Admittedly, Kang got wind of the plan at the last minute and tried to send a different head-shaped planet through the portal, but that didn't deter the heroes. Despite certain naysayers around here, the good guys have found there was a use for Nowhere. Finally, we can get rid of this bozo. This could be it. I can't believe I'm saying this. After all the mistakes they've made, but good luck, heroes! Yeah, even Spider-Man.
Warfare on this scale fills one with such a thrill of the senses. Wouldn't you agree, Ravonna? Ah, no matter. She couldn't possibly comprehend the delicate intricacies of my master plan. As for the heroes, let them come.
Thanks, Captain Marvel. We're good to go here.
Cosmo fired the EMP?
Now! Okay, shields are down, Carol.
Nova Squadron, light it up. Kang's ship! It just wiped out the whole squadron! Tony?
Yeah, we saw everything. Kang must have teleported it in from outside of Chronopolis. I'm taking my team to intercept now.
Okay, Quill, we're coming up fast. Get ready to jump.
So where's the entrance? We make one.
All right, guys, we're in. Let's head to the main bridge.
Got it.
What have we here? Some Avengers trying to stop my inevitable triumph. How utterly amusing.
Boy, that's pretty cool how Iron Man can just rip open the side of the ship like that with a big old blast from his chest piece. That's right, that's some serious blingage. All right, so I got a little distracted with the bad guys that popped in, and to be completely honest with you too, if you notice, right as your character spawn, the mini kit sound actually happens, and I was kind of like, oh no, there's a mini kit somewhere, and turns out you can grapple some plugs on the high right side, which bring down some bouncing bricks, and it turns out that is a mini kit too, but that's not the one I originally heard. If you look at the top of your screen right now, there is one floating around up there, so easy peasy to grab, but we're gonna come back in the free play and grab that. To be completely honest with you, I got sidetracked with the bad guys. Really, you just need to melt this gold box in the back left corner, and Iron Man is the perfect guy to do the trick there. We go ahead and melt it on down. Some more bad guys come in, and look at that, take me down too. That's not good. I'm not looking like a noob right now. I got to take these bad guys out and build this up, and then press on the switch. That's right, there is a pressure-sensitive switch we're building up right here, but not before fixing the door. We got to use a gravity booster. We can use those bricks we found after melting that gold box down. Go ahead and build that gravity booster. Toss whatever that is that actually activates that on there, removes all the debris from the door, and look at that. We can go ahead and step on that switch. And for a minute, I wasn't sure it was actually doing what we needed to, but it's kind of like a 3-step process. Once it gets all the way open, we actually get a chance to
Okay, now where are we?
And what's that Kang robot doing with that generator?
Sort of looks like he's drawing energy from it. That's a neat trick.
That monorail tube is our ticket to the bridge. But we need to get past our glowing friends if we want to use it.
Yeah, so getting by these guys is a little bit more difficult than one might think. It's really those force fields that are frustrating. As you can see, Star-Lord nor Iron Man's firepower seems to do any good while trying to take those out. I'm sure there's a trick to it, but I just actually avoided it as best as possible. Really what we're trying to do here is get by all of these bad guys and melt that gold piece of the wall out there. We got to actually carve it out with Iron Man and his heat ray. But first, I was a little bit, I guess, set on taking out these bad guys. Really, I'm like seeing these arrows on the ground pointing to the left, and I'm running the opposite way, and then all of a sudden they flip. So I'm like, okay, I gotta be doing something right here. And I honestly didn't see that carving on the wall there, and more bad guys just keep coming out. So hey, wait a minute, these guys have some gold armor plates, so we'll go ahead and melt those down. So I felt like, eventually I'm gonna get some pieces or something, not realizing there's that gold spot there. So I probably should have just avoided all these bad guys. I know we of course always have a need for studs, but in this case we don't even have any multipliers on yet, and those are gonna help us add up some stuffs really quick. So here we go. I finally figured out that I need to carve this out, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It looks like some sort of a bottle opener or something, doesn't it? We'll melt it down and rebuild it once it hits the ground. And look at that, we're actually going to make some mechanism to move this battery into place. That's right, it was not quite where it needs to be, but luckily it'll actually slide in thanks to this robotic friend of ours. Look at that. Zoop, 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 zoop. All right, so that's going to charge up. That's going to power this node. So it looks like we've got at least one more of those. And if I'm being honest, there is one on the far left side. So it turns out it looks like there are 3 battery-powered nodes that need to be activated. So 1 down, 2 more to go. We got red and blue. So I noticed that there was some sort of a lift system here on the right, like a futuristic escalator. So I rode it on up and was greeted by some bad guys that I really didn't want to deal with. But look, I even tried to melt this guy's force field down and it didn't do anything. So I'm like, all right, let's go try our luck on the left-hand side. And it turns out this is a decent place to be. Now, some bad guys will probably follow you over here. This guy happens to have some more of that gold body armor, but we'll melt it down. Too bad we don't get to keep that gold. As you know, we love us some gold. Now, this looks like it might just go on forever. I don't know if there's a set amount of bad guys or not. Man, get out of here, Kang. Tired of looking at you. But we go over to the far left side, and we find another one of these guys with a force field. He takes Iron Man and grapples him up with some sort of a tractor beam. And we're supposed to switch to Spidey and actually target him. But instead, I target the grapple plug in the back and rip it on down. And it's going to give us a couple of bricks. No, psych! It actually reveals a gravity booster. So we're going to need Star-Lord, who's, if you noticed, he's kind of taking a little break right now. I'm not sure what is going on. So I pressed and tried to hold the character select wheel to pull that up, but as it turns out, it changes Spider-Man into Peter Parker. So that was kind of fun, an accidental switcheroo. But hey, look at this. I finally got Star-Lord figured out. He's up top, gravity booster in place. It actually powers up that battery by sucking it close to it. And look at that. 2 down, 1 to go. Unfortunately, this guy with the force field wandered over here, but this door opens up, so we just go ahead and sneak right in there. And check this out. This switch here is a transporter or teleporter, and we're going to go ahead and find ourselves in this new room down in this, I guess, little secret stash spot here. In fact, I do believe Star-Lord was actually stuck right up above me on the right-hand side, and I don't know if he just knew he was coming down here or what. But we're going to go ahead and smash and destroy everything in the room, rebuild some bricks up into a techno panel. And unfortunately, Star-Lord's not cool enough to run the techno panel. We got to switch on over to Iron Man, and he's going to have to go up and step on that switch up there and teleport himself into that room as well. All right, here we go. Scotty has officially beamed us up, and we are, what do we do here? So we're going to go ahead and press the left arrow. It's going to tilt the ground. The whole ship, I guess, kind of tips off to the left-hand side, and it frees up this weird ladder-like thing. I don't know why it glows. It kind of threw me off. It's like an electric ladder, which probably isn't a good thing. But we'll go ahead and take one of our characters and drop down in there. I am going to switch back on over to Spider-Man. I don't know why I felt safer, but Spider-Man's not the greatest of fighters. If you notice, he gets kind of caught up in spinning webs, and he doesn't seem to have a lot of power. Other guys with the guns and the pew-pews seem to do the trick a little faster, but he is good at taking out little objects like you just saw there. We went ahead and took out all 4 of the boxes down below in this lower underground area. Look at that. We've powered up this robot who did he just dab on us? I feel like that robot just totally dabbed on us. But he powers up a couple of nodes right on either side of him. And look at that. We've got a whole new access plane now. Really what we need to do is we need to tip this whole ship to the right again. We can do that by activating this techno panel with Iron Man. So we'll do that and hit the right-hand arrow now. That's right. Right we go. All right. And that tipped it right back into the middle because that robot's there. It's blocking the path. We'll not let it go any further than that middle. We can go ahead and push it all the way to the back. And guess what? Look at that battery. It's got a red stripe on it. That's right. It's got red on it. We'll push that in and booyakasha. It's going to go ahead and pump up that red power node. And guess what? We are getting pretty close. We just need to, well, guess what? Actually, that's it. We've done the blue, we've done the yellow, we've done the red. Let's get out of here. That should be enough. That the ship out of here should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and hit that teleporter up top again. That's right. Scotty, beam us up. I wanted to pull the old, you know, it would have been really funny. Seriously. And the missed opportunity here. They should have totally put the top half on backwards like Spaceballs. You know, why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big? Anybody remember that? Anyhow. All right, drop down below, and we apparently still have to activate some stuff or make it go bonkers. So we'll go ahead and target the gold spot on the middle there, and now we have access to this upper right room that we did not take on. So I was fooling you. It turns out we got some more work to do. Go up top to this upper area, and we're going to smash the bad guys because he doesn't seem to have a force field on him anymore. However, he had a lock symbol above him, but that didn't stop me from removing him, right? And look at that guy. He's hanging out. I'll go ahead and take him out right now. Well, he's not a threat. And inside, we've got another techno panel. So take Iron Man all the way in there and get your techno on. Look at this. We'll go ahead and press the buttons indicated to go ahead and unlock the doors, and that should give us access. So this time, I'm not fooling you. We should have no problem going down and boarding our quick... It turns out it's actually an elevator. I thought it was some sort of like super fast train or something that was going to take us out of here. But no, when you stop and think about it, we're actually on a floating head or some sort. I'm not even sure what it is. I'm sure some of you guys are going, oh gosh, Brian, it's totally this. How could you not know? But as I've already divulged a bunch of information, I don't know a whole lot about the Marvel Universe beyond our main characters. So bad guys and such, not a lot of backstory known from this guy. But all right, double grapple plugs from Spidey. Go ahead and open up the door. We can go ahead and access this bad boy now. Just simply hit the icon indicated to board it. It's like the normal vehicle button. For us, it was triangle. Could be Y, I suppose. Why? Well, because you're not on the PlayStation. Oh, up we go and into a cutscene.
So, Tony, bet you wish you had Thor or Hulk along for the ride?
Hey, the last thing I need is a raging Hulk. Right now, I need your spider senses. And Star-Lord's...
Bravo! Bravo! I applaud your fortitude. Your tactics were audacious.
Now! Hologram.
Well, if we can't hurt him, he can't hurt us.
No, but I can plummet this ship into the ground. Now, you must excuse me. I will leave you with a parting gift. Meet Korvac. If the crash doesn't obliterate you, he surely will.
Not good. Korvac is one with the power cosmic. He's pretty much a god.
Okay, now I wish I had a Hulk.
You loathsome beings. I'm going to enjoy my role in your imminent demise.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way right now. This is probably my least favorite boss battle, and I only say that because I do terrible on it. Like, it takes me forever. Now, normally my goal is try to avoid all of the little bad guys as they seem to continuously respawn, and they're more of a distraction than they are anything that needs to be dealt with. So in this case, that is no different. And I get sidetracked a couple of times because they just keep killing me and I can't get away from them, nor can I get any kind of a targeting line on Korvac, who's the big bad guy, the big pink guy floating around in the back shooting at us. I eventually get a few cheap shots off, and I don't know if you noticed too, there's a couple of times where I target him or try to use my heat ray, and it just goes super wonky. Like, it'll shoot off to the far right side or left side, nowhere near where my aiming reticle is, but like some sort of a weird glitch. So I tried switching to Star-Lord thinking that maybe I'd have better luck there. His pew-pews are a little bit faster. However, they seem to have a little bit less damage that they deal. So anyway, I don't know who the best character is. Honestly, it felt like this battle went on forever. If I'm being totally honest, the whole sequence is probably only like 3 minutes or something like that. But it really felt like 20. And knowing that I've got you guys watching and me supposed to be good at this game and giving you guys advice on how to beat this stuff, I didn't have a whole lot to offer here other than patience is a must. Because look, I'm trying to shoot him, but I can't because there's bad guys in my way. I try to shoot the bad guys, I do get rid of a few, and then more start shooting me from behind or make their way in between us, or in this particular case, Korvac's floating all over the room. So sometimes he's on the front side of the screen, sometimes he's on the back side of the screen. So it certainly was, well, a harder task than usual, I will just say that. And then all of a sudden, I get a good line on him, and I start taking out some health, and I'm like, yeah, some good, oh, and then I get totally melted down into studs again. So anyhow, eventually it cues a couple of these floating guys, and I thought you might be able to target them, as in the rest of the level there was a whole bunch of those scattered. I think 5 of them total, that if you got them all, you actually were rewarded with a mini kit. So I thought those were going to be like the icing on the cake, the final ones, but it turns out you cannot target them. And I even tried a couple times because I thought maybe if I take those guys out, the bad guys will stop spawning, or maybe it'll take some health off of Korvac. I wasn't exactly sure. But the good news is we are in the home stretch, not only for this boss battle, but for the overall story. I know a lot of you guys are excited and wanting to check out some collectibles. Some of you guys don't have this game yet. The holidays are coming and it's on your wish list, or maybe perhaps you're waiting for the game to go on sale. Whatever the case may be, I know that we are all excited for me to get to those collectibles. And real quick, let's give a shout out and big thanks to Tyler P as well. Now, without Doug and Tyler P, all of these videos would be scatterbrained and crazy. Those two guys make all these videos possible. Now, thanks to you guys for watching them, but like seriously, without Doug and Tyler P and their guide writing skills, I don't really know if Happy Thumbs would even exist. But that being said, we got Korvac all the way down. Special shout out to you guys and everybody that makes Happy Thumbs possible, and Korvac down!
Hey, where did he go?
Warning. Impact imminent.
Who knows, but we're leaving too.
Okay, I know Kang just crashed it, but if anyone asks, it was all us.
Oh.
Booyaka show! See, like, this trophy achievement name, like, buy a horse's hair, like, I don't really get the joke. I'm sure there's one there, but I don't get it. But regardless, on board the sword, level 19 is complete. Free play is unlocked. We got that gold brick for completing the level. Didn't quite even get to the halfway point of that stud requirement. Well, that's okay, though. We're going to go purchase ourselves some pink bricks and come back and get those mini kits. And, of course, freely. We get a couple of characters for finishing the level, but we missed the optional character token, which we actually saw at that one point. It was in the upper right area where we couldn't get into that room at first, and then eventually we did. It was actually right behind it there. So we'll be back, as always, for those. Now, let us know down below in the comments what your favorite level has been so far. For me, I don't know if I have one yet. I have to wait. I got one level left before I can make the real decision. But hey, guess what? That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 Level 19 on board the sword story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you're as excited as I am to finish the story and move on to those collectibles in the free play. But that's going to do it for now. As always, until next time, see ya!